Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to For the Public Good. We're the program that tries to identify corporations, institutions, and individuals who are doing good and doing it well. I recently had the pleasure of presenting the Superbrands Award of Excellence to the Royal Business Club at its 5th anniversary celebration at Araneta Stadium. I must say that the energy displayed by everyone there, from the CEO and president down to the youngest members, cheering their respective groups in the night-long competitions, it was probably enough to have launched the space shuttle. So tonight, I'm delighted to have a chance to ask our guest, Mr. Jules Allen Nolasco, president and CEO of the company, how in the world they generated that kind of energy that has brought the company extraordinary success. Jules, thanks for coming here. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Larry. Good evening.
And tell me something, first of all, about what the Royale Business Club is and how it got started and what you do.
All right.
And then we'll talk about how you converted all that energy into great business.
Great business, right. Larry, Royal Business Club is a company founded by a Filipino team.
Mm-hmm.
Our founder, the chairman, Mr. Ricardo Castaneda, started the business 5 years ago, sometime January of 2006, in Quezon City, with the idea of having a system, a business model that will employ Filipinos and provide them the source of income they need to sustain what they regularly have from the traditional work that they have, or additional from the traditional work or the business that they already have. We want this kind of system to be a supplemental source of income.
Oh, so it's a supplementary.
We started, the chairman started it with that kind of idea, helping people through to get over their regular or monthly dues. But eventually, on the process, we have discovered that this is beyond a system that would provide sustainable or supplemental income, but instead, this could be a life-changing opportunity. And then from that time then on, through the years, this company decided to employ different forms of products and services that would make us very dynamic and innovative in this kind of field. From the time I joined this company, sometime May of 2006, until now, we have started with several product lines, which originally we don't have before. But now, working with this company for the last 5 years, we have more than 30 product lines that excites the market, not just products that give them good or effects, products that, not just products that give them beneficial effects, but products that give them source of income that would allow them to get their dreams in life.
Right. And these products, they're what, home products or health products or?
Our product architecture lies from, well, first, originally we started with health and wellness products.
Okay.
Then we diversified into beauty products.
Okay.
And then right now we are continuously upgrading with more products that are diversified with other more customers. I mean to say, products that would cater to different customers than what we used to cater.
I see.
Like we are getting more products from United States that caters to specialized needs, like products for blood sugar or
for diabetes or
diabetes, for cholesterol, for weight management, for anti-aging, and all those.
Maybe anti-aging, you could tell me about those later.
Well, sure, most definitely. Nowadays, we need to feed the market, the consumers, products that are not just ordinarily available in the supermarket or on the shelves of those groceries, but products that are unique and really saleable. Products that they don't usually find in the stores, which we could provide them in a more, or I would say, reasonable price.
Do you also do storefront operations, or is it all individual direct selling?
We have other partners that provide to some stores nationwide. We provide some beauty products to David Salon in their nationwide stores. We are available in some Watson stores, in Rustan Supermarket. On top of that, we have our branches. Right now, we have more than 14 branches nationwide, company-owned branches. We have about at least 135 national mobile stockist distributors on top of our international distributors. So we do both ways. We sell on stores, we sell on our own store, we sell person to person. We also have our own online product ordering facility. So at the comfort of your own home, you can charge your credit card and order products and have it delivered to your doorstep.
Okay. You mentioned that some of the products you were getting, now you're getting them from the United States. Are any of your products actually produced here in the Philippines, or what percentage are, if they are?
At the moment, Larry, we have about 80% products manufactured in the Philippines.
Really?
20% or less are from the United States and some part of Europe. But all product materials, all of the raw materials that we manufacture in the Philippines are 99 or 95%, I would say, from America and some part of Europe. They are just assembled here and repackaged. I'm sorry, they are assembled here and they are packaged here for our distribution facility. But raw materials are from America and Europe.
From the other places then.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. And you mentioned seminars and training. How do you have a multi-level training system, or how do you handle that?
Larry, not just the multi-level training, but we also have the business presentation orientation every day. We conduct it 3 times every day in our branches. And on top of that, we also have our health and wellness orientation, which is conducted by medical experts, medical doctors, specialists, to educate our people and our consumers about the beauty and the technicality of our product lines. Also, we conduct twice a week business, leadership, entrepreneurial, and salesmanship training to help our people, to help our Royalistas grow their own self. As they grow themselves, they grow the business. We help people grow their own business by growing our people.
So people don't just come in and get a quick orientation and go out on the streets and start selling.
There is no such thing like that, Larry. You really have to understand business. For a distributor, for a Royalista to succeed in this kind of venture, especially a multi-level, you really have to educate yourself with the system. You invest time. You take much of your time attending orientation. So if you are that person really, if you're the type of person who really wants to listen and to learn more, this is the business for you.
Okay.
Likewise, if you're really that hardworking, I believe this is for you.
And so people, they go quite often to these orientations. They get revved up, I suppose. And then you have some sort of incentive system that keeps them going. Once they start succeeding, they find that the better they do, the more they succeed. Or is that the way that the system is built? Or?
Exactly. Larry, it's like this. Once a distributor starts a business, along with it is a series of training that allows them to get the knowledge that they need to utilize for their business. But at the same time, we need to rev them up with some motivation and inspiration by giving them some lucrative travel incentive, not just in the region, but in far places like the Europe and Americas. In fact, as I mentioned a while ago, this year we'll be sending a contingent of more than 30 people to South America because they have performed well over the last year. Apparently, 2 batches were already sent to Europe over 2009 and 2010. Wow. And with this kind of strategy, encouraging people to sell more, by selling more, they get more rewards, and getting these rewards get them recognition. And that's something beyond the bonuses that they get. Recognition is some very important necessity that an individual needs to get.
Well, that was one of the things that I saw the night of your anniversary. was that you gave out various awards for people who had reached certain milestones of how much they had sold. But I was struck by, you're really young, and so is everybody else. What is the average age in your company?
Average age of our company, well, I just turned 30 2 days ago, Larry.
I was 31, so I was...
All right, if you're 31, well, I'm...
Well,
all right,
no,
I'm 30.
No, I was 31. So
all right.
you were
all right. You were 31.
Yeah.
I'm 30. Well, on the average, most of our top distributors age, they're between 25 to 40.
Okay. No, that's great. I mean, that's a lot of energy.
That's a lot of energy and a great market segment.
When I was 31, and you know, and I hired people pretty much that were from 25 to 35,
exactly.
You know, and now we're not 25 to 35 anymore.
You can just hire more people
Yeah,
from 25 to 35.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's the real energetic,
exactly.
Up to 40 people, and then after that, they're more. You have to move them.
They are the new leaders
right,
of our
generation
right, today.
Exactly, yeah.
The 25s, the 30s,
absolutely. Yeah.
the 40s.
But I was struck by all of these young people that were just really gung-ho and going after things, and had done very well. The milestones that they had hit, I don't remember the actual numbers, and it's not really important, but the fact was that they were all doing pretty well, and some of them had some great testimonials in the presentations that you did. How many Royalistas do you have at this point?
Reaching our 5th year, we have, as of checking 2 weeks ago, we had about 110,000 distributors, more or less. More or less.
Wow.
In fact, that is just a modest number. But over those 110,000 and over the last 5 years, we do make an average of, we produce an average of 1 to 2 millionaires per month, as per record. So that's quite an achievement, I would say.
Wow. One that are doing how many per month? 1 million?
About 1 to 2 millionaires per month.
Is there a law of diminishing returns anywhere, or?
I don't.
With this particular model, you know, again,
yeah,
I don't know at all.
For this kind of business system, business model, I would say, like taking the example of the company you mentioned, you can do this business for 30 years, and then after 30 years, I would say there are more 18 years old that time. I would say there are more customers that time than today.
Oh,
In
yeah.
fact, we keep on growing every day. So 30 years from now, what is good about doing this kind of business model is that you can transfer the benefits that you have, that you built over your own time, to your kids or to your grandchildren.
Oh, really? All right.
And I know for a fact that top distributor of that company is making quite an amount of money, but it was built by his grandfather's work. So that's what we want to have in this kind of business model, and Royale is about to make it happen.
Well, the fellow that was working for me was making a lot more than I was, so he was doing very, very well. And again, I never understood it very well, but the thing was, I was very impressed with the energy and the fact that people were doing well, and I'd like to talk a little bit more about that in the second half of the show. But right now we're running out of time, so all you folks at home, don't you go anywhere, because we're going to be right back talking to Jules very quickly. Welcome back. We're talking to Jules here. You know, in the first half, you explained sort of how the system works and something about the products. And I wanted to talk a little bit about the sort of people that are recruited, or the people that are among these 110,000 people, because a lot of times maybe people would think, well, I don't have the right education, or maybe I don't have all the things that I would need to do to be a part of it. What sort of requirements do you have?
Well, basic requirement is you have to be at least 18 years old to do the business, or at least to work. So that's why we require someone at least 18 years old.
Okay.
Second, someone who is willing to be trained.
Okay.
Someone who has an open mind, who has a good learning attitude. Those are the basic requirements, I would say. Prerequisites that are imperative in this business for you to basically make it to the top.
Sure.
So the rest, if you have a good educational attainment or professional or other experience, that would be your advantage. But basic requirements are someone has to have a dream to start this kind of venture. Otherwise, if you only think of this system as a system that would, system that would just make you an easy source of income by doing nothing, then you won't get such good result. That's why I encourage everyone to start a good dream in this business. By doing so, they have to start dreaming of doing the right thing first.
Right, okay.
A lot of people get the wrong perception about network marketing or multi-level marketing. It's simply because they think when you start in this venture, it is a very easy source of supplemental income. In fact, they're very wrong.
No, it's not easy.
It's not easy, actually.
Sales is never easy. I mean,
Sales is never easy, and opening up to a certain paradigm, different set of mind conditions or mindset that are afar, totally different from the traditional way of thinking, the way Filipinos think. Like, finish your schooling, then after your graduation, you get a good work or land a good job in a good corporation. But in this kind of system or business model, we educate everyone to be an entrepreneur. Employment is not bad. In fact, it helps a lot of people. But the better news is you can do employment and do this kind of venture on the side, but first things first, you have to be a part of the system. Being part of the system means you are required to attend series or program that will educate you to be a true entrepreneur.
You know, you mentioned that you started off the show by saying, look, we're a company, we started off, we wanted to provide work for Filipinos, some extra income for them.
Initially.
And I know, well, that's where you started off. And I know that you said that you're moving abroad, and it sounds like, are you taking advantage of the OFW population in those countries?
That's one thing unique to Filipinos. It is not available to all nationalities of the world. Filipinos are scattered all over the world.
Right.
Wherever we go, I'm sure there is a great number of Filipino community residing in that country. Hence, the support system to our fellow kababayans is so easy. We can just tag along some friends or friends of friends or friends of friends of friends of our family member and get some help. And we want these Filipinos to do the business or on the side refer some of their prospects to this company so they can utilize their free time instead of just using it to something or somewhere else. Because Filipinos abroad usually take their time during, they usually hang out with co-Filipinos during weekends because they miss their family in the Philippines.
Sure.
So Royale now becomes an avenue for them to congregate together and see their kababayans and at the same time other nationalities together do a business made by a Filipino, by the Filipino, but not just for the Filipino, but for all over the world.
Right, so that's your entree, is having the distributor, the Filipino distributor, but then selling to the local people in that country.
Exactly.
And developing actually a network of local people as well then.
And since Filipinos are very, very warm, accommodating, and hospitable, it's so easy for Filipinos to sell this product because they instantly charm any nationality they get to encounter. So I don't think we should overlook this kind of talent, this kind of special, whatever you call it, a special culture that we have. I think we have to utilize the strong Filipino bond between fellow Filipinos all over the world to make this kind of business, especially a Filipino company, to spread its name, not just a company that would sell them beauty products, health products, but a company that would allow them to change their lives.
Right now, you say you're expanding to Taiwan or Hong Kong is where
we already have our branch in Hong Kong for the last 3 years. We're just moving our branch to a bigger place, a much bigger place, like 6 times bigger than what we have over the last 3 years. In Taiwan and Dubai, which I'll be traveling within the next few days, we have signed a contract with a local partner, and our contractors and interior designers are ready to design our office. We just have to go there to finalize everything for the branch opening in the next 3 months from today. So I would say they better get ready, because Royale will be really royalizing the whole world.
Really? Okay. I noticed on your website you had a code of conduct, I think.
Yep.
There were eight items on the code of conduct. And maybe you could just very quickly and simply tell us what those are.
Well, we value a very simple and doable code of... We have this code of conduct that we truly value, because we believe that through this code of conduct, or through these values that we need to have, we need to bear in doing the business, success is just within the reach. I mean to say, it's as easy as brushing your teeth. One perfect example is you have to be really credible. Credibility is very important in all aspects of life. You have to be honest. Integrity is a must. You have to be very resilient in this business, because it's not Christmas every day, you know. You really have to work your business out. You really have to do it day and night, not just one night. Success will not come just by a night or just overnight. Every night you have to work this business out. And of course, more importantly, you have to be sincere in doing the business. You have to be simple yet very transparent to that customer of yours, or the way you do, or the way you handle your business. And with this in mind, we believe the values are hard to find. In fact, they are not easily earned. You cannot just buy this in the store or read this in the books and acquire them right away, but these are things that they acquire through a period of time. And they get to learn this through our program. Because we believe beyond any monetary results or monetary benefits in this company that you can acquire easily if you do the business correctly, the values that you learn, the values that you share to your organization, to your family, to your friends, would be on top of the benefits that you can earn in this kind of business.
No, that sounds right to me. And of course, I learned about you, and I met you because you received the Superbrands Award. And
thank you for that.
And I'm involved with that. And you definitely seem to be a Superbrand for sure. But I'm wondering, when I look 5 years down the road, am I going to find a Royal business in every single airport that I ever visit for the rest of my life?
Most probably, Larry. Even shorter than 5 years. You can make it 3 years from now.
Okay.
Because the direction of this company, especially our chairman, really wants this business to be available in important cities or key cities, not just in the Philippines, but in regions that we are requested, that we are required. Especially nowadays, there are demands from the Middle East, from South Africa, from some part of Europe, from South America, from North America. I would say all over the world. And the chairman always tells me, Jules, he calls me Jules, Jules, we make it a point that we take important part in putting up a store or a branch or Royale in these key cities. These key cities will sustain our business in the future because of, not just because of the products, the great products with great results, but the brand. The feeling of having Royale with you, or having Royale in your bag, in your home, in your office, would entail prestige, but at the same time pride to every Filipino. Not only to every Filipino, but also to every individual of any nationality who would be using the product. Finally, that a certain product lines available in the market, not just with good quality, not just with effective formulation, but also with a profitable business model, far far ahead, or I would say light years ahead of its predecessors, of its other competitors. And we are more than willing to go beyond the extra mile. Young as I am, I'm more than willing. I'm not even sleeping every day.
Hey, I didn't sleep for 25 years, and then I came to the Philippines.
I guess I can sleep after 25 years.
Well, maybe,
or
you
after
know,
35 years from today.
Well, you're never, you know, I used to say always, you know, people would say, well, if you burn the candle at both ends, it doesn't last as long, but oh, what a flame.
Yeah, oh, what a flame.
And that's
and when you share
and
your
that's what
light,
they're wanting to do,
and when you share
know.
your light, you lose nothing.
No, absolutely. No, I know what it was to be the 30s, and your company seems to be in that 25 to 35 to 40, and so it should be, the sky should be the limit. And I hope you'll accept my best wishes for the very, very best to happen for all the Royalistas. And thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having us here.
And,
thank you for having Royale and Royal Business Club, the Royalistas family here in your show.
Well, thank
you so much.
And have a safe trip tomorrow, okay?
You're welcome, and thank you.
And for all you folks out there, thank you once again for inviting us into your homes. It sure wouldn't be any fun without you. And don't forget, we're going to be back here again next week. And until then, stay tuned.